Hey, how's it going, everyone? Awesome crowd. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but you get that. At least it's not an hour or so like it was last weekend. Got my coffee. Who we got on here? Australian Outdoor Man. Awesome to see you there, brother. Joanne we've got here as well, and Jeff. Lady Coaches here. Pam, awesome. Shane is Wellington bus driver. You been putting up much in the way recently, Shane? I just realised I hadn't really been seeing any alerts from you. And what else we got down here? Coffee is a good idea. Coffee's always a good idea. Minimalist Terrain. Dave, how are you? Now, Dave's site, Minimalist Terrain, is one I want to have a bit of a look at today. Actually, I want to have a bit of a look at that in a big scheme of things as well, because I think that is a site that's going to do some pretty cool stuff. Okay. Right, first of all, is my audio okay? Kind of looks like it. Some people are saying, yeah, awesome. Now, I'm just having a look at a couple of quick things here just to make sure that I am all hunky-dory. There's a couple of things I'm going to do. There's a few people here that live stream fairly regularly. Who have we got here that live streams? Obviously, Lady Coach live streams. Is anybody else on here that does live streaming? Joanne, I think you do, don't you? I've got a cat going ballistic in the background here, so he's decided that he's going to go crazy and do all sorts of stuff. So if I suddenly scream out in pain, it's because he went straight up my leg, claws out. Okay. What have we got here? Hey, Lexa. Axel is in the house. Lady Coach is on here twice.
I don't know that one.
Alexa, shut up. So here's the problem with your screen name, Axel, is that my Google Dot thing keeps wanting to help me every time I say your name, or say your screen name. Right. Now, I'm going to do a couple of things here today. One of them is I'm going to be using this button here that's up. Which way am I pointing? That way. Oh, it's flipped over already. Yeah, I'm going to be using this button up here, which is the Add Stream Marker. And it's something that YouTube put into the live streaming not that long ago. Yeah, no, that's okay, Axel. You can just leave it streaming. You can keep it watching and lurk, okay? So I get the views. This adds stream marker, and what you do is if you click on that, it adds a marker into your stream's timeline so that it appears in the editor when you want to come and do a cut down later on. Okay. It says unable to add stream marker. Oh, okay, you can only do one every 30 seconds or something like that, I think. Yeah, I haven't really used it much before, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing where this thing goes with the stream marker. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to do it. It's going to be really good for game streams as well, because when you're doing a game stream, you might drag along for a couple of hours. And let me know if the audio on here is too low, by the way. It's seems to be fairly quiet on there. I'm just going to muck around with this for a second. Make horrible noises and amp up the gain a little bit. How's that? Is that better audio? Does that sound a bit better? Hopefully it's got a bit more oomph. Matt Bevan, my man, how are you, sir? Around the bend, how's it going? Awesome. Great crowd on here. Matt, you were talking about doing some live streams some time ago, quite some time ago. Is that something you got into? Okie doke. Rightio. Let's start having a look. Now, what I was going to get into today... Whoops, I'll cut back to here. Yeah, so I'm going to start using that that little stream marker thing in my videos to hopefully make it easier to cut them down. If you're doing like a gaming stream and it's a couple of hours long or something like that, then you end up having sort of short bursts of interesting stuff in the game surrounded by long drawn out not so interesting things. And that's fine when you're doing the stream because you've got a conversation and some sort of engagement going along at the same time. But if you're not, when it comes to people that you want to re-watch it later on, they're not getting the same thing out of the replay of a stream as they are out of the live engaged chat side of the stream. So it's a good idea to take your 2-hour stream and see if you can cut it down to a 10, 15, 20, 30 minute video by taking a whole pile of the chatter stuff out that they can watch but not be involved in once it's a replay, and then you can condense that down and just make it a more interesting video, sort of like a highlights reel. You're going to get more engagement from a shorter video. You're going to get better retention time from a shorter video because people are likely to watch more of it than, a greater percentage of it than they are to watch a 2-hour gaming stream. And that way you get better recommendation and stuff, and you use it for getting people along to your streams later on. So that's just a thing to keep note of. Okay. Now, today we're going to be talking about how to monetize, the several different ways of monetizing your YouTube channel. And aside from just AdSense, there's a number of different things that you can do with a YouTube channel to earn some money. And as soon as I get some notes up here that I had been preparing, and I won't be a second. See, I was actually preparing notes for this thing. Okay. And we'll talk about a few things. I'm going to sort of start this off. I'm going to use the stream also, just as case in point, and for why I'm talking about the stream markers. I'm going to use the content of this stream and edit it down into a video about making money on YouTube. So there's going to be a bit of rehashing, and I might have to repeat myself when I fumble and forget how to talk properly, as happens. Okay. And I'm just quickly opening something up here so that I've got some of my notes in front of me. So, who monetizes? I have got a channel with my Stotty. Not live yet. Okay. Yeah, I'll go and check your channel out. Is it your main channel, or have you got another channel there, Matt? I must go and have a look at some of these later on. It's kind of annoying that they took the ability to get to somebody's channel from the chat icon. That was kind of annoying when they took that off. Claps 2042. Okay, I'll go and have a nose at that. Yeah, Jeff, great to see that you signed up with Amazon affiliate stuff. That's really cool. That's one of the best ones to get for people if you want to monetize outside of YouTube itself. Okay, so let's have a bit of a look here then, and I'm going to just do an intro for my video. Okay, which so I'm going to hit this marker here. You see. Oh, yeah, awesome. That's a great thing to do as well, Alexa. You can use the same Amazon account for several channels as well. So, I'm going to add another stream marker now. Make sure I'm looking pretty and in focus. And I'm staying in focus. Hopefully that doesn't hunt too much. Okay. Right. So, hey, how's it going? Great to see you. Welcome along. If you don't know me, my name's Tim Simpson, and on this channel we do all sorts of YouTubey, geeky, camera, tech stuff, and just basically geek out over all these film things. Today we're going to be having a close look at what you can do, several ways that you can make more money on your YouTube channel and not just relying on AdSense. Especially if you haven't even qualified for AdSense yet, you can still make a lot of money on YouTube, and we're going to go over several ways of doing that today. Now, obviously the first way that people are going to try and make money on YouTube, and the thing that attracts a lot of people to YouTube, is the AdSense revenue, and you can do quite well off that. At the moment I'm making around about $200 to $300, $400 a month just off AdSense revenue, but I'm actually making just as much off other things, and I'm going to show you about those later on in this video as well. Now, AdSense is the easiest one to get in some ways. You need to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on YouTube to qualify for AdSense. There are other things that you need to be adhering to as well, so you've got to be following the YouTube rules and all that sort of thing, or otherwise they won't accept you into the partner program. It's not an automatic thing. You've got to be running a channel that's actually worth it. And you've got to make sure that you get that 1,000 subscribers and that 4,000 watch hours by doing it the right way and not trying to cheat the system, or otherwise when you do get there, nobody's going to be viewing your videos, so you're not actually going to be generating any income off them. So make sure that you resist the temptation to go and do the sub for sub and view for view and all that sort of thing, and earn those views and earn that watch time and make sure it's sustainable. It's going to take a little bit longer, but if you're making great content and you define a target audience, you'll find that that happens pretty quickly. Okay, and then I'm going to hit another marker on here. See, so that's the first bit of my video. Sound good? I'm actually amazed I got it done in the first take, because I suck and I usually end up doing so many takes for things. Okay. So, is there anybody here that doesn't have their 1,000 hours and 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours yet? Just out of curiosity. I'm not sure who does and who doesn't. Okay. Lexa Dixon, yeah, no, we're still got to get that one up and running and get some more stuff. Okay. So we're all heading for that. Who has... Here's the guilty thing. Doing it for fun, great, yeah, definitely. But also, so around the bend has said doing it for fun, and that's great. Doing it for fun is awesome. It should always be fun, but keep in mind that it is a potential business as well, and you don't want to do something now just because you're messing around that's going to screw up the possibility for you running it as a business later on and as an income source. You can have fun and still make money off it. In fact, if you're having fun, you're going to be more successful than doing something you don't enjoy. It's the whole point of doing this, is that we love doing it. Catfish and Crappy, hey, how's it going? Angus MacGyver. Still waiting to start my channel, still setting everything up. Okay, Angus, I've got a tip for you, brother. Make a video. Make a bad video, that's okay, but make a video. But the one thing, I'm going to put a caveat on that: make a video, but first figure out who you're making your video for. That's really, really important. You need to. It can be a hypothetical avatar of a person. There's a lot of the sort of inspirational kind of YouTube helper type people will tell you, figure out who your avatar is. So who is your target audience? What gender are they? What age are they? Whereabouts in the world do they live? What do they do for a job? Do they drink coffee? Do they drink tea? Do they drink too many soft drinks and caffeine? What time do they get up in the morning? Do they have kids? All this sort of thing. Get a really deep picture of who that person is and what their habits are. What time of the day do they get home from work and watch YouTube? Do they make videos themselves, or are they in some other job? Is it somebody who's going to be using your videos during their work hours to help them in their job? You can see a lot of these things that are really important to figure out before you're making a video. You need to know who you're talking to. If you're just making a video for yourself, you're only going to have one person in your audience. So just that's a bit of a cliche and a truism that's used a lot. But it does make a lot of sense when you think about it. There are a lot of people who make videos for themselves and nobody else watches them. Figure out who it is. It could be somebody that has very similar interests to you, but when you get that understanding of who they are, and then in your videos you're talking to them, to that person, like I'm talking now to you, this individual person who's looking at me back through the lens here, then you create a better relationship. And when YouTube is looking at somebody who comes online and opens up the homepage, they're going to say, YouTube opens up the homepage and the algorithm says, I need to find some videos for this person to watch, and this person has this sort of demographic and information. I know this about them. I know the types of videos they've seen before. I know the types of searches that they do and this sort of thing. So I'm going to go find some videos that match that person's profile. It might be that this person has a profile of ABCD, and other people who have a profile of ABCD went and watched these videos. So this person's probably going to like those as well. And YouTube goes out and finds videos that match the viewer, not the other way around. They don't say, here's a video, I'm going to find some viewers to share it with. It says, here's a viewer, I'm going to go and find the type of video that they're most likely to be more engaged with and watch all the way through, by matching this viewer with some other viewers and learning this type of behavior and patterns and that sort of thing. That's why it's really important to sort of get an understanding of who your target audience is, who that person is that is your typical ideal user. Hope that's helpful to people. But anyway, once you've got that and you're making some videos, you can get out and monetize these things and get people coming back and watching them and doing some pretty basic stuff which can help you get a bit more income and turn this into something that's at least a self-funding hobby, or maybe hopefully a business that you can run and make a really good living off of, or the sort of thing that I've been thinking, hey, wouldn't this be a great retirement plan? Especially if I was earning $1 million a month off it, it would be a fantastic retirement plan. And that's why I've also created a channel for my cat last night. And I'll just go and grab that link. Can somebody put the link to Mars the cat up in the chat, please? I probably need to... What do we got here? We have got... where's Wellington bus driver? Shane, I'm just giving you moderator. If you're able to go find that link and paste it into the chat, that would be fantastic. Oh, did you guys know that you don't have to make people moderators to let them do more things on your channel? You can also, there's a new thing here. I'll just quickly jump over here and let me see if I can find it. Now it's a new thing called approved users. So let's have a look here at now, where did I see that? I think it might actually be on the channel settings. If you go into the channel settings, no, that's the wrong place. It's into YouTube Studio. I'm going sidetracking away from the whole how you make money thing here. Oh, hey, look, I hit 55,400. Thank you very much. to everybody that's subscribed. Fantastic. I want to get that up to 10k as soon as I can, the right way. Now down here, I did see that under settings, I think it was, and was it in community approved users? So here we go. Yeah, Shane's already in there. So moderators, Wellington bus driver, and Lady Coach Explores. So if I wanted to add another approved user, I could go Alexa Dixon, like that. I think that would do it. Oh no, you need to put a channel URL in. Okay. So if you get a channel URL of somebody, let's go and do that one. Alexa Dixon. There we go. I can get his channel URL from here. And I'll copy that and come back and paste that into here. There you go. So you can add another person in as an approved user. So, and as it says, comments from these users are automatically published and won't be filtered out for blocked links, blocked words, and potentially inappropriate content. So basically it's somebody who you trust to type things properly. Okay, so it's just in there under channel settings, community. Neat little thing that a lot of people don't know is there, which is quite a useful thing to know about. Okie dokie. So we were talking about got that picture of Axel pop up as a zombie that he's got on this banner there. That was a while ago you made that film now. Okay, so making money. Now there are a couple of different ways of doing it on YouTube. So I'm going to actually just hit a channel marker again, so that I'll just go back to my live streaming panel and hit another channel marker. Really boring when I do this stuff in it. Okay, there we go. Now, how can you make, who knows how you can make money on YouTube, the different ways? AdSense is obviously one. What else are people using? Another one is memberships. Then there's supers, which are the super chat things that you can do. So you can super chat and super stickers. I was thinking of the ones just on YouTube itself. And the other one, once you hit 10k, is you can have a merch shelf as well. Yeah, affiliate links, sponsors, Amazon, those sorts of things. Those are sort of off YouTube things that you can use. But things that are integrated into YouTube, members, supers, and what's the other one I said? Members, supers, merch shelf, and of course AdSense. So AdSense is easy. Once you get that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and you're not trying to cheat the system and not trying to get false engagement going, so don't try and cheat it. You'll end up crippling yourself in the long run. Those are the ways of getting some money on YouTube, and all of them can be found on your channel in your channel settings. And I'll just jump back into YouTube Studio here. So if you come into monetization, all of the things that you can do to monetize are in here. So the video advertising, that's your AdSense, of course. You can come into here and pick the type of stuff that you're doing. That's all the, whoop, that's not the page that's got it in, that's the info about it. So your AdSense and everything, that's all in here. Memberships, of course, you can, oh that's right, this is up here. So ad suitability, it tells you whether how you're rated for ads and that sort of thing, and you can view your different ratings for different videos and stuff and see what's monetized and what isn't in there. Memberships is where people can come and join your channel and become a member. I've only just set this up on this channel. It's taken me a while to figure out what it is I want to do with it, and I haven't fully set it up yet. I've only got one tier on here, and I'm not pushing it, but a couple of people said that I should get this thing set up. And finally, there's the supers in here that I've got. Now there's 3 types of supers. There's the super chat, there's the stickers, and there's also this new thing called applause. Now applause, they're just rolling out to a few people at the moment. They haven't done it for everybody yet. Whoops, hang on, I'll just cut back to the camera and say that again. Now there's 3 types of super. Most people are aware of 2 of them, which are the super chat and the stickers. Now those are available as soon as you have got you're monetized for AdSense. You can have those supers available. There's the 3rd one, is the applause. Now the applause is real easy. It's where people can just click on the applause button that comes underneath your video if you've got the applause applied to your channel. Not everyone has it yet. It's something that they're just starting to roll out. Now I'm just going to go and quickly look at a channel that I believe has got the applause on here. I'm just going to flip back and have a look at that one. I've got that on auto instead of cut, haven't I? Now I believe that Peter McKinnon has it on his channel, so we'll just go have a quick look at that. I'm pretty sure I saw it on here the other day. Let's have a quick look at one of Peter's latest videos. Here we go.
This is what a truck.
And no, I'm wrong. He doesn't have that on here. Maybe it was Mr. Beast. Spending 50 hours in prison. No, it's not even down on this one. Okay, when it does appear, it comes up just down here next to the subscription and perks and things like that. There's an applause button that comes up here. I saw it on somebody's channel recently. Yeah, I saw it on somebody's channel recently and thought, oh, I should use that and go back and have a look, but clearly I can't remember where the hell I saw it. But when you click on that, it does a short form payment of $1 or something. So if you go to a how-to article or something like that, or learn how to change a tire or change the oil on your thing, or do a particular setting on the GoPro, you can click that applause button just to say, hey, thanks, here's $1. You saved, you saved my day, and they just want to do a quick donation or something to help support your channel because you've done something to really help them. This is a way that I think is going to be one of the biggest earners in YouTube over time once it gets rolled out. I really hope people don't sort of exploit it and are really silly about it and ruin it for others. It stands the opportunity to really reward people who are providing quality content that really gives value to users, and that's really the key in understanding who your user is that we were talking about before, and then making stuff that is really quality content that gives value to that user, because that's what people are coming here for. You're asking them to donate you quarter of an hour or 8 minutes or half an hour or 2 hours of their time, of their life. That's part of their life that they're giving to you to watch your video, and in response you should be giving them some reason to watch that, providing some value back to them, whether that's information on how to perform a task or something, or learn something new that they've been trying to figure out, or just entertaining them for 2 hours with a game so that they can join in a community chat and have a mind-numbing session of blathering on with people like we do kind of with this thing. I'm trying to do a bit of all of that with these streams, entertaining and giving information and actually helping people increase revenue for themselves as well. So hopefully I'm pulling some of that off. Right. What else have we got down here? So memberships is the other one that you can get into once you've got enough memberships. They used to be 10,000 subscribers, then I think they brought it down to 1,000, didn't they? I didn't really look too much because I haven't really been paying much attention to it, but with memberships are a great way of people saying, hey, I want to give you a little bit of something every month. So it's kind of like the applause, but it's a little bit more money. But if people find that they're getting regular value and they want to support somebody who's continuing to provide more value to them, then the memberships are a great way of doing that. So somebody can join your channel. You might be offering something to them like early release of information that's great for music artists or people who are providing a web series or something. People can come and get access to what you're producing a little bit quicker than somebody else. If you're running the type of channel that's providing really key secrets or industry knowledge somewhere, whether that be video stuff or banking industry stuff, you might be a great one I saw was somebody who was doing a commentary on financial forecasts and things like that. And if you're a member, you can get access to that video 2 hours before somebody who's not a member. That's a great thing. So that's a real tangible, or potentially tangible value business information kind of thing, that if somebody wants to pay a premium price, they can get access to it earlier. So you can kind of see how that sort of thing can be of real value to people. And sometimes people just want to support out as well, and just provide a membership for getting prettier icons on screen. And if you want to do that, that's cool. I've got membership on several people's channels. Shoutouts is another great one as well. That's an easy one to do. So if people are a member on your channel, you can give them regular shoutouts, not just on your videos, but also in other social media and things. And shouting people out. There is a bit of a fine line between sub for sub and view for view kind of thing and giving people shoutouts. And the difference is soliciting somebody to come and subscribe to your channel. I'll subscribe to yours if you subscribe to mine, but neither of us have any real intention of watching your videos. That sort of stuff, that's creating artificial engagement, and it's rubbish and it doesn't work, and it will only get you into trouble every time. However, shout-outs are saying, hey, here's a channel, go have a look at it, and then you can decide for yourself whether you want to subscribe to it. I'm not offering you anything to do it, and you don't have to do anything unless you want to, but I'm just making you aware of something new that you haven't seen before. That's a shout out, and YouTube encourage that. I mean, that's great. That's just good marketing, basically. But don't get into the doing it as an exchange where it's meaningless just because you think that subs are that important. There are some things on YouTube that subs are required for, but how you get those subs is, I think, far more important than getting the reward for them. Like, I would love to have the merch shelf, and I need 10,000 subs to do that. But there's no point in me getting 10,000 subs if I'm only going to have 5 people watching the videos. I'd rather wait and get the 10,000 subs properly and have 1,000 people watching every one of my videos on day one. That would be absolutely fantastic. Hey, Catfish and Krabby, awesome, thank you very much. Catfish and Crappy. I keep thinking Krabby because I go straight back to SpongeBob and SquarePants, of course. Who wouldn't? I really appreciate that, brother. Okay, so that's basically the ways that you can make money inside the YouTube ecosystem, is the AdSense, the super chats, super stickers, the applause once you get up to that. I'm not sure what the criteria for the applause button is, whether it's just going to be a bit of time. Yes, I have the join button. I just set that up there a couple of days ago, Shane, and the memberships. So those are the ways that you have available now to make a bit of money inside the YouTube ecosystem. And now we start coming out to the things that are outside of the YouTube ecosystem, but kind of tied into it a bit as well. And the first one of those I'm going to do is merch. Merch is absolutely fantastic. Now, a lot of people are going to set up merch stores and thinking, right, I'm going to make an absolute ton off this thing straight away, or I can't do merch until I have X subscribers, or otherwise I'm just being a pretentious asshole. Merch, one of the great things about merch is anybody can do it at any time, and while you can tie it in and promote it with your YouTube channel, it doesn't have to be sort of the same thing as your YouTube channel. You can create merch just for the sake of doing that. You can go and create a merch store without having a YouTube channel, of course. They're completely independent, though a lot of the merch providers do work with YouTube, and I'm going to show you a little bit of that now on the merch shelf page. Now I'm just going to need to dig this one up, and I will put this up here as well, because I was clever enough this time to get my picture-in-picture working. So here I am up here. Okay, now merch stuff. Let's have a look here. Monetization and merch shelf. I looked at this the other day and noticed something on here that was quite useful. YouTube merch. Let's have a look for merch shelf instead of YouTube merchandise. So here's managing your merch shelf. There we go. Now the thing I want to show you on here, sorry it's taking a little while to come up, are the different places that are available. Now there's dozens and dozens of outfits out there that provide merch services, but there are some that integrate fully with there are some merch providers that integrate fully with YouTube, so they're very easy to use and can be used on the merch shelf. And it's down here. Here it is. It's the retailer info. Supported merch retailers. Now this is great. This is the list of the ones that are the best to look at, because these are the ones here that integrate in with YouTube properly. Now the merch platforms, if you get a merch shelf, once you get the merch shelf, these are the ones that you prefer. These are the ones that can appear on a merch shelf because they work with the YouTube API. The top three here are Spreadshop, Spring, and Suzuri. Now I don't actually know much about the Spreadshop and Suzuri, but Spring, Teespring, people are quite familiar with, and one of the great things about Teespring is that they have locations all around the world that they print and distribute from. They've got 4 or 5 at the moment. You've got Europe, I think they've got a distribution centre in Australia, and obviously in the US. I think they might have in Canada as well, I'm not sure, I can't quite remember. But what that means, the reason that that's important is that they're manufacturing in multiple locations, so you're not paying horrendous bloody shipping to get stuff shipped halfway around the world. And because quite often with merch stores, one of the biggest problems with them historically has been that the merch provider, the manufacturing plant, is in one location, and you end up paying more in shipping than you do for the product, and that just gets a bit ridiculous, really. So I've been looking at this Teespring one here, and I've actually started that up, and I've set one of those up, and I will get a link into that for you guys shortly. I'm going to start putting that link into all my videos. I'm going to actually take it back and put it retrospectively into my videos as well. I've just been playing with it, so let's have a look at that one, see if I can history Teespring. Actually, if I go back to here, I can link out to that from there and see if I can't get you guys an exclusive first view, apart from the few people that have already seen it. If I can remember the password I used, I can't remember. No, that's the wrong password. Oh, did I use my Google logon for that one? My YouTube logon for that one? I might have actually. Yeah, I did too. There we go. Start creating. Okay, so here's my store, and there it is. I haven't got a custom name on my store yet, and I don't actually have any. Well, I've set up one set of product in here, so I'll just copy that, and I'm going to paste that into the chat, so you guys can go and have a look at it anyway and see how it works. So I've only really got this one thing in here at the moment. But this was incredibly easy to set up. It took a few minutes to set the store up, and about 15 minutes for them to check my channel out and make sure that I was legit. One thing I don't like about it is if you're in New Zealand, it gives you everything in Australian dollars, but the counter to that is that the shipping is really cheap to New Zealand for them. So, and I just created a whole pile of these products here, which are kind of an in-joke with me and my daughter, and my other half, and well, just about everybody else I know, where you can come and get these. If you don't know Swaggers, then you ain't it. So there you go. Those are available, and I'm going to be putting up a whole ton. I'm going to be putting up a whole heap more merch on here that's different colours for a start, but the sort of things that are sort of inspirational or fun slogans or useful things to have on here. And I've been looking around at a lot of the type of merch that people put up when they're first starting a YouTube channel, and it's a billboard for that particular person who's running a channel. And I'm sort of started thinking about it in the same way that I think about when I'm creating videos, is who am I creating this for? Am I creating this t-shirt for me to wear? You know, you're going to wear a t-shirt with your own logo on it? Yeah, you sure you are. You know, you've got a company. I could put Nitro Media ones on there. But why would any of you guys want to wear a Nitro Media t-shirt? You're not part of the company or the crew. It's not a well-known brand. You know, you might wear one that says Adidas or Nike or something like that because it's a big known brand and you want to show your support or enjoy that brand. But if you go and wear a t-shirt that's got Tim Simpson on it, people are going to go, what the fuck is that about? And not really know why you're wearing it, and there's no reason for you to wear that. So what I'm going to do, especially now until I get up to my first 10 million subscribers, is just going to start creating merch that's fun, that people will want to wear. I might slip a logo in there somewhere, or a QR code. Actually, I kind of like the idea of a small QR code on the back of the neck or something like that. And you know, so if people do want to know, or somebody says, hey, where'd you get that t-shirt from, you can go, oh look here, scan that, and you can scan the QR code down the bottom here, you can go get that one. Well, this t-shirt here, actually, I just noticed I was wearing, be creative and make cool stuff. This is one of the t-shirts that really gave me the idea of let's create inspirational stuff, because while this is a really cool t-shirt, what most people don't realise is that it's from Weta Workshop. They just put that little Weta thing on there, and there's a thing on the back that's got Weta Workshop as well. But the t-shirt, you know, the main message of the t-shirt is this cool thing in the middle, and people like to wear that one. Is something, yeah, that's something I like to express and share with people, that opinion. So I started with that Swaggers one because, well, it was fun and it was all I could think of at 2 o'clock in the morning when I was putting it up. And I'm going to go and do a whole pile of other things. I'm also going to do a whole pile of other really useful ones, like t-shirts that say director or something like that, or grip guy or soundy, that sort of thing. So the sort of things that might be useful for people to have on a film set, so you can identify each other, sort of utilitarian type shirts and merch and things like that. And I might be able to get one of my little logos or something on there. Of course, for that, I'll need a logo first, won't I? So anyway, Axel's off to work. Thanks for hanging around, mate. Really appreciate it. Never heard you use that word. What, Swaggers? Well, you must be hiding in there. You've been around here enough, mate. How can you not have heard me say Swaggers? Flick made it up, and Emmy's hated it ever since. Really, it's a mixture between swag and poggers, and we just sort of put them both together because it sounded like a cool word. Nobody knows what the fuck it means, which makes it even better, because when you start using it on a t-shirt like that, then people start thinking, am I supposed to know what swaggers is? And if I don't know that word, am I not cool? Yeah, if you don't know what swaggers is, you ain't it. It's a really good way of fucking with people. Like, how can you not know that? You know, when it's meaningless. Anywho, so that's what swaggers is. We made it up. It doesn't mean anything. That's the best thing about it. Okay. So if anyone's got any other merch ideas, you can either give them to me, or you can go to Teespring, and you got it, Jeff. Jeff, you are now swaggers. Congratulations, mate. Oh, shit. How many people were Googling swaggers to try and figure out what it meant? Because that's just fucking classic. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, merchandise is a great way. You don't need to be a big YouTuber to have merch. Don't need to be on YouTube at all to have merch. Start a merch store and just use your YouTube channel to market it. Also use your Facebook account and your Instagram and things like that. Take photos. You know, when you get one of these merch accounts, you can get stuff for yourself at cost without the markup on it, without a margin on it. Margins on those are pretty good, actually, by the way. They're sort of between $5 and $10 per item margin, and you can set that margin to where you want it to be. It's probably a good idea to leave it where it is at first and then tune it over time. They've set those levels so that it's sustainable for everybody and you're actually getting some return off it, so that's cool. But yeah, you can get those without paying the margin on it, obviously, because otherwise you'd just be paying it back to yourself, sort of thing. But they want you to have the stuff to demonstrate, so get one. You know, get your own hoodie and get your own t-shirt and things, and wear them in your streams, and then you can get them for taking photos and putting them on Instagram and then linking to the store. You know, this sort of thing. It costs nothing to set these things up, and it's a potential income source. So why the hell wouldn't you do it? Frankly. Okay, Simon King, how's it going? Love your GoPro A10 mini video. I've done a few of those. He's planning on extending on that and have some ideas. Keen to chew the fat on one day. Yep, that would be great. I've actually got an idea for the A10 mini and GoPros where I want to take the A10 mini and a whole heap of GoPros out somewhere. And see how easily they can be used to set up a whole area. I'm thinking GoPros for podcasts would probably be quite swaggers as well. Thank you very much, Simon. I really appreciate that. Oh, you've got a Karma. I want one. You've got the old drone, have you? Drone to ATM. Oh, yeah. Drone to ATM Mini's cool. There's another thing as well I've got, and I know that they've built it for this. Getting up and wandering off during a stream is not a great thing to do. And definitely don't do what I saw somebody else do a few years ago. It's they got up to get something and then they weren't wearing any pants. Well, they'd undone their flying belt and everything, and they got up and their pants fell down. This thing here was a YOLO box. If you've been watching my videos regularly, you've probably seen it because it's cool, and I really love this thing. It does all sorts of neat stuff. For those that haven't seen this, it's got HDMI ports on the top and a USB port. You can plug a webcam into there, a couple of HDI cameras. It's got an HDMI out, and on the bottom it's got an SD slot, so you can put a memory card in there, and it's got the SIM card slot there as well, so you can hook it up to your cellular Wi-Fi data. And what this thing, one of the things that this is good for apparently is hooking up a drone to it. You obviously need a video sender of some sort to send to this from the drone. I haven't worked that bit out yet. I'm going to talk to the guys making this. But you can hook a drone up to this and then stream your drone footage directly from here. But you can stream not just the drone footage, but you can have a camera off it pointing at you while you're doing the drone work, so you can get the view of the pilot in a picture-in-picture in the same time. This does all the picture-in-picture and everything all built into here. It does the streaming over Wi-Fi or over cellular or over Ethernet. It's got Ethernet port in the top there as well, and microphone in, and does all that sort of neat thing. Very, very, very clever piece of kit, this thing. But yeah, I want to yeah, I want to get a drone hooked up to the yellow box, because you can go do some pretty cool streaming and stuff there, flying over some awesome terrain. Definitely keen to do that one. Whereabouts on the planet are you, Simon? Before I get into the next bit of how to make some more money on YouTube, make some money online combined with your YouTube. I just on another side note, Tupperware. I like Tupperware. You may notice that over the time if you've been watching some of my videos and streams. Melbourne, how are the mice? Yeah, I'm going to start up another channel, which is Tim in the Kitchen. I've played around with a few videos in the past, and a couple of years ago, and got really good response to them, so I think I might do 2 or 3 or 4 cooking videos a week, but a combination of cooking fresh food and growing food. So I've got some really good veggie gardens and stuff growing out here, and like growing my own food, so I was going to combine all of that plus introduce some Tupperware into it, because for those who don't know, Axel and I are Tupperware ladies. We don't look like Tupperware ladies, but you know, don't let the beards fool you. One pot meals, yes. I've done a few one pot meals, Jeff. In fact, I think I set up a you got me going having a look at my channel again. I did a Tim in the Kitchen. This is me really sloppily switching to here before I even get a chance. Hey look, I'm live. Ooh, didn't even know that, did I? There we go. Down here I will go back to my channel, and I'll just do a search for kitchen. So I think I set up a playlist, Tim in the Kitchen, yeah. So I've got there it is. They're kind of hidden away as vlogs because I didn't do a very good job of it. I don't like wearing a white t-shirt because I'm so pale it makes me look like I'm topless. I think that's a Minion t-shirt, so that's okay. Yeah, there's this Tim in the Kitchen playlist, and there goes a roast pork I made. I have had a lot of fun with these things in the past. See where I've got here, where I've enumerated the vlog. Hang on, I'll just stop that for a second. Where I've enumerated the vlog, where I went back and I did this whole thing right at the beginning, because I was copying Casey Neistat. He was doing these, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but and it was an interesting idea, and he was kind of doing that, and I thought, hey, that's cool. It sort of enumerates it, and one of the cool things is it shows some continuity along your videos to say, hey, look, I've got a bit of a history here, but what I've learnt over time is that people just don't give a shit about how many videos you've made. They only give a shit about the one that they're looking at now, and then they will see that you've got others. If they're interested in the one you've got, they'll get related ones given to them. So going and enumerating your videos like that is not such a good idea, especially in the titles and things. So I do need to come back and change those, because as an appealing title for a video, 116 roast pork, it just ain't it, really. In fact, let's do this. Okay, I'll finish one story at a time. I'll finish one story at a time, and then we'll do something here and fix this video up. This is a bit like one of those Billy Connolly jokes where he start talking about something at the beginning of a 3-hour performance and never quite finish the one really fast joke. But yeah, so I've got all of these cooking things down here, and I really want to I was wondering why I had a Blackmagic 18 one in here, but I was rigging it for the kitchen, that's right. And I was I've got quite a few in here, haven't I? Yeah, I've got 16 food videos in here, and I thought I might as well make a new channel for that, because cooking and video tech stuff, not really the same niche, so that doesn't work so well. But what I'm going to do with this one here right now is real quick. I'm going to go edit video. There we are. And I'm going to look at my description in here. It's useless. It doesn't have anything in it, and the thumbnail is doesn't tell you, that doesn't look like appealing roast pork. So what I'm going to do is how to make a pork roast fast and easy. A delicious pork roast. I'm just assuming that that's a good title. 48 characters. Try and keep your titles under 60 characters. I know it says you can have 100 characters, but if you keep it under 60, then it won't wrap it around or truncate it. The field will let you put 100 characters in, but the display field is only up to 60 characters. There's a good tip for you. So I made that on the 17th September. Four and a bit years, nearly 4 years ago. Okay. So there you go. Watch this video. To learn how to make a delicious pork roast fast and easy. There you go. So that's not a great description, and I need to go put some more stuff in here, but that's okay. I can do that. I want a better thumbnail than that, so let's go and create thumbnail using TubeBuddy. If you don't have TubeBuddy, go and get TubeBuddy. There's a link to TubeBuddy in just about every single one of my videos. When you do get TubeBuddy, get the Pro subscription. If you're under 1,000 subscribers, it's half price, which is something like $2 US a month, or $1.50 US a month or something. It's incredibly cheap, and I can guarantee that if you get TubeBuddy and you use it to help yourself get your videos tuned for search and build thumbnails with it, and just use it to help you get your videos published better so that more people can find them and are interested in clicking on your thumbnail, you'll make that money back real quick. Once I started using TubeBuddy, I got monetized from 120 subs to 1,000 subs in about 3 months. And that's with a day job, not doing it full time or anything. So go get TubeBuddy, get the Pro subscription, don't even think about it, just do it. Pay annually and it's even cheaper, but it's half price if you're under 1,000, and it's only like $3 or $4 a month once you're monetized. And believe me, it definitely does pay for itself. Okay, so down in here I want to click on create thumbnail. So I want the TubeBuddy thumbnail creator to come up. I'm going to use a still frame from the video because I'm not going to go and take a photograph of a pork roast right now, because I don't want to. We'll come towards end here where I've actually got the roast coming out the oven and ready to go. I think that was kind of a picture of it coming out the oven here, wasn't it? How's that looking? Oh, stop. Okay. Get rid of that. Go to there. Well, check out that bit of pig. The veggies, Yorkshire pudding. See, I even cover Yorkshire pudding in this video. And there's the roast pork there. Oh, that was very quick, wasn't it? Let's skim forward again. It wasn't a very quick. There you go. That'll do for now. It's not the perfect image, but that'll do. Okay, so I'm going to click on that one. That shows me that there, and I'm going to do this in all caps because I can, and I'm going to use a font that I've got stored in here called Anton, which is one I tend to use for all these things. I'm going to do it in a bright yellow because I tend to do that. You can actually set the RGB values down here as well, so FFFF00, F00, and choose, and add that layer, and just call it delicious, and put a drop shadow on there. Add another text layer, roast, drop that there. The reason I do them as separate text objects, by the way, is so that I can control the leading, which is the space between rows. Roast pork, and add that. This is how quick it is to do a pretty good thumbnail. I'm not going to say these are going to be perfect thumbnails and or anything like that, and sometimes they could do with a snapping tool and things like that in here as well. And I'll just make sure I've got the drop shadow on all those. So delicious roast pork, there we go. Continue. One of the great things about this is it then shows you what your thumbnail looks like compared to other thumbnails for the same search results. And I think, as you can see, this is something a lot of people do, is they have the text too small. A lot of commercial places tend to do that. Or up on the side like that, River Cottage Food Tribe, so that's not even their thing. Barbecue roast pork, that's quite cool. That looks like it's probably been done in TubeBuddy thumbnail as well, but they haven't put much of a drop shadow on there, and the text is too small, which makes me actually think my text could be bigger too. So yeah, there you go. Same search results as the Jamie Oliver one. That's not too bad. So I'm just going to come back, and I'm going to select my text, and I'm going to make it a bit bigger. Delicious roast pork. Okay, I'm going to tell TubeBuddy guys that their size tool doesn't pick up the current object that you select. It goes for the one that you last set. There you go, delicious roast pork. It's a bit bigger. That looks better. Roast pork always looks good. And there we go. Continue. My text stands out really well. There's a big chunk of pork in the middle, the apple sauce off to the side. Can't go wrong with that, can you? Publish that, new thumbnail, new title for the video, and we'll come back later on and see how well that video is doing. Just out of interest, that video so far in analytics, let's have a quick look at the analytics for that one. This is something we can all come back to later on. How many views have I got on here? What the fuck? Oh, that's in the last 48 hours. Jesus, I was going to say. One view in the last 28 days. Which is pathetic. So that video is not doing anything. If you got a video that's not doing anything like this one, then go and change shit. You're not losing anything. There you go. I got a few quite good hits off it right at the beginning. So no, I didn't. I had 8 hits on the first day. So I had a total of 51 views in its lifetime. That's pathetic. But this isn't a food channel. So what I should do now is actually take this video off here, put it onto a new food channel. I'm going to do that. I've had 51 views. I made 3 cents off this video since it was uploaded. It's useless. That doesn't even pay for the pork. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take that video off here. I was just about to go and share it out and everything and see what happened. But I got catted. Hello. I'm Mars. Come and see my new channel too. There you go. He wants a shout out. We'll give him one. Okay. So as you can see, that didn't do very well, but it's a great video. I really like that video. And I'm going to take that now and put it onto a new Tim in the Kitchen channel. And sort that shit out and do that. And I'm also going to be putting links up to where we're selling some Tupperware, so that I can get something from that as well. So if you've got something like a Tupperware place in your area or some other product that you can make money off of that's related to a channel you're doing, see a Tim in the Kitchen one, I'm going to be really pushing the Tupperware sales on that one, and as sort of a side thing. So I'm integrating the Tupperware into the content that's adding value to people. If I'm just selling Tupperware by itself, then that can get a little bit pushy. But if you're saying and I'm using this for it and it's really good and I find it valuable, you can get one for yourself here, then that's encouraging people to actually have a desire to get it for themselves as well. So that's a much better way of selling it than just say buy it because I want to sell it to you. It's saying I'm actually using it and it's valuable to me and here's how it works for me. Then that's a much more valuable sell to people, and you're actually going to get a better response from that. No strawberries though, no. One pot meals, definitely, Jeff. I've got some one pot meals in there that I've actually been doing. My father's a huge one pot meal kind of guy, so am I, to be honest. I like it when I can do things in one pot, and actually there's a lot of Tupperware stuff that helps with that as well, so really valuable. And we'll definitely get into that. Shane, what was that message you retracted? Something about pushing Tupperware again. I invited Shane along to something that he didn't realise was a Tupperware party at one point, and he's going to give me shit for the rest of my life for that. Tupperware doesn't do parties anymore. It's all online selling now. So you'll be glad to know that, Shane. Okay. Back to the monetization. Well, that was sort of so that's another way you can monetize things, is integrate something that you do as a business activity already into videos that give people value. So cooking videos, people love them. You can't really go too wrong with cooking videos, especially if you're sticking into a sub niche. So the one pot meals is an absolutely brilliant one, and helping people. A lot of people are in a bit of a hurry. They've got too many things on in their lives these days, and they don't have 2 hours to prepare an eloquent banquet every day, and they don't want to do any dishes. But they might be sick of getting takeout meals or TV dinners, which have absolutely zero nutritional value. And so people want to eat better, but they don't really have the time to invest in doing much. So something like, look at what we're doing here. We're defining a target audience member. A target audience member is somebody who works an office job, or works a day job where they don't have time to prep meals before they get home. They get home, say 5 or 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. They have something else on that they've got a side hustle that they're trying to do in the evenings. In our case, it might be YouTube. They might be trying to set up a new business, or they might have kids that have got something on in the evening that they need to dedicate time to that isn't cooking. They've got to a certain amount of time, maybe a couple of hours, for cooking, eating, getting laundry done, whatever cleaning needs doing in the house. They don't want to dedicate anything more than that, so they're restricted in time in the evenings. They might have a limited amount of time to go to the supermarket. Maybe they're not big elegant foodies, but they want something a bit better than having baked beans every night. So one-pot cooking is a great thing for that audience member, and if you know who that audience member is, you can talk directly to them, and that you talk directly to that person. You know who they are, the type of language that they use. They become a mate or somebody that you know, rather than an amorphous camera lens thing. So instead of just telling your camera how to cook, you're talking to your friend that's only got an hour available or half an hour available, or needs to cook while he's doing something else in the evening, and doesn't have a lot of time to actually prepare meals and do a lot of dishes, all that sort of thing, and maybe lives by themselves. Do they have a family? Could be either. Maybe you want to include both of those in that audience. So you can provide them with fast, nutritious, one-pot meals that don't take a lot of time, and are easy to clean up. And while you're at it, here's some good stuff from Tupperware that will help you cook and reduce your cleaning time at the same time. So you can see where I'm going here. So you define that target audience member. They've got a little bit of money. They're not stony broke, maybe. You define that target audience, and you make those cooking videos for them, and that way you get into a sub niche, and it's very specialist, and you're not only having one out of 20 recipes that's useful for them. All of your recipes are useful for them, and so they're going to stick with you more. They're going to be more engaged, because more of the videos that you're making give value to them. A side note there on what I just said is, it's always a good idea to make sure that the target audience, the audience person that you're targeting, your avatar, isn't someone who's stone broke, necessarily. Target towards somebody who's improving their life, who wants to do better, and is doing better, and has some money to spend, because bluntly, people who don't have any money aren't going to super chat as much. They're not going to buy merch. They're not going to go and hit your Amazon links and buy things and get affiliate. If your video is accessible to people who don't have that stuff as well, that's great, but target towards people who have a bit more. The people who can't afford things yet want to aspire to be able to. So you're going to get that audience as well, and you can keep the cost of what you're doing down low. But if you are talking to a person that's got a little bit of spare cash in their pocket, then that's a strategically good audience to go for. If you can see where I'm going there, you need to be generating something off your videos as well, and making them pay for themselves at least. So wouldn't it be great if doing the Tim in the Kitchen channel covered my grocery bill and kitchen upgrades and Tupperware? Habit. Okay, it's a habit, I admit it. Tupperware is an addictive drug. I can stop whenever I want. And there we go. Okay. Okay, Simon, couple of really good questions there. Delicious. Hold on. VV wording. Maybe the word delicious is working against your numbers, adding another describing term like not too sweet. What I would do VV wording, what I would do there is I will go and search that title in Google, and I would also use TubeBuddy to research that keyword phrase. If delicious was scoring higher, so if more people are searching for the word delicious, then TubeBuddy, which interrogates Google search indices and histories and that sort of thing, it tells you what people are looking for now, and it also interrogates through the Google API and the YouTube API what real search terms that people are using are. If delicious was one that is in more search terms, more search queries, and was giving me more results, I will use delicious. If it's not, I'd take that word out. But in the keywords, so in your tags in your video, I would put a variant of it with delicious in there. I might also put a variant with succulent or yummy, or I'll do some research and find alternatives. And the best one you want to put in is your title, as long as it's human readable. Don't forget your title is also there for humans, not just your best search results. So the one you put in there might be the one that reads best, but your variants on your title and variants on your keyword search phrase, you want to put that into your tags. Also, misspellings are a good thing to put into the tags. Tags aren't used a hell of a lot in YouTube for ranking or to help promote your video, but for alternate names and ultimate search phrases, that's where it can be useful for helping your video get found in search more often. It won't help your video so much in recommended. In fact, your title and descriptions are probably human readable and human attractive titles and descriptions are far more important than ones that get better search results, because most of your traffic on your video is going to come through browse and suggested rather than search. Search is great for getting new people into the platform, but it's never going to be your largest draw. My cat's just trying to climb up the curtain. You're not going to damage my curtain or shed my curtain, are you, Mars? He's doing one of those. I've had a snooze now. I'm going to run around like a mad thing. Phases. Okay. What are your selling channels? Says Simon, e.g. t-shirts through the company shown above. Do you have any physical stock as Tupperware and affiliate links? Now, Tupperware is an interesting one. If you find a Tupperware person in your area, you can sign up as a Tupperware seller. That's not free. You need to pay a bit to get an initial thing and some demo equipment and bits and pieces. It's not horribly expensive. It's a few $100s, so it's a good investment, and you do get, I think you pay $300 for a starter kit, and it's about $1,000 worth of Tupperware. So it's a lot of people do that just to get a whole pile of cheap Tupperware. Don't do that, though. It's not a great thing to do, because they'll get onto you and they won't let you back again. But if you sign up with Tupperware as a seller, then you can have an online store. You market the Tupperware on your channel. You make short Facebook videos and Instagram things and share it out and let people know, mail out, build up a mailing list of people who want it and share the catalogue with them every month. Do some demonstrations online. Facebook's good for that because they're now things. For some of the Tupperware that stays around for longer, like these thermal mugs, then include them in your YouTube videos. I'll put a link to this one in our store in the description of this stream once it goes on to replay, and so you can come back, have a look at that, and have a look at those. These aren't the cheapest, by the way. They're about $45, I think they are, New Zealand. But if I put the lid on this one, it'll keep my coffee hot for about 4, 5, 6 hours in the car, so that's really good. This cup of tea's still hot, and I don't have the lid on it, and we've been going for an hour and a half, so that beats an open cup any day. Okay, it'll also last forever. If there's any defects in it, Tupperware does have a lifetime warranty on it. No, some people aren't interested in Tupperware, and that's perfectly fine. But and the great thing is, none of these things you have to have stock for. Tupperware used to be a thing where the seller would get the stock shipped to them, and then they would forward it off. Tupperware now is all online, and it's all online sales now. So you can have online parties and things like that. People order it online, and it gets shipped directly now, which is a fairly new thing. It is still region limited, so for my sales, that's going to be people here watching it that are in New Zealand. If you know what, it would be really cool if somebody in Australia who is a Tupperware person, somebody in New Zealand is a Tupperware person, somewhere in the States who's into Tupperware, someone in Canada, etc., got together and we all put each other's affiliate links in our videos. Or not affiliate links, but store links. So if you want to buy Tupperware in New Zealand, click here. If you want to buy it in Australia, click here. If you want to buy it there, So it helps each other out. So somebody in the States might have other people from New Zealand watching them and go, ooh, I want that mug because it's going to keep my cup of coffee warm right through the entire stream, which is great. And no offense at all, brother. And that's how long my batteries last on my camera. So, one moment. And 3, 2, 1. There it is. Okay. I really should get the big battery grip for the A7S2, but I didn't. Okay. So, yeah. No offence, of course, on any of that, and I don't take offence on those things. It's all good. Hey, Lady Coach. But yeah, no, the Tupperware is just one example. There could be, if you're doing a car maintenance thing, there might be, if you've got an engineering shop or something like that, then maybe you're making money off selling car parts or oil filters or something like that. It's the same sort of deal, and you might have an online store for your car supply place that you get things from. If you're with this channel now, I do a lot of things where I buy lighting and stuff like that off AliExpress and off Amazon. I buy books and things off Amazon, and I review things that people send me, like the YOLO box. They've sent me that, and I put links to the Amazon page for Yellow Box in the description of those videos, and people go along and buy them. Now, I'm actually making nearly as much off Amazon referral links as I am off AdSense. So having those links in your video is an absolutely no-brainer. Once again, anybody can go along and sign up with an Amazon affiliate page. There is some tax stuff that you have to do for international tax treaties. So for example, if I'm selling something to somebody in New Zealand, the GST comes off, and we've got the amount of income that I'm making that gets declared against my end of year tax return, all that sort of thing. That's just normal stuff. But you do that once you work your way through that paperwork, which looks a bit oppressive, and when you first start looking at it, it can be a little bit overbearing, but once you get all that tech stuff done and the affiliate link set up, actually it's this, and it's the same with the Google AdSense as well. You've got to do those tax forms. Once that's all set up, though, it can be a lot of money coming through, and it's going to be ambient income. You know, your videos stay up. Jeff says stock. Yeah, so it's all stock on demand stuff. So Teespring stock on demand. The Tupperware is based on what stock's available, but the online store manages stock levels there, and I'm not handling it. I don't have to actually handle anything. And it's the same with Amazon links and AliExpress. The two I highly recommend anybody does for affiliate links. Now, affiliate links are the next thing. and you can see those. I'll show you those in a video that I've got here as well. That's an easy one to do. I'll just quickly jump into one of my videos. One of my videos when I get to my channel. There we go. So here, let's have a look at one of my videos. This one here about the Blackmagic ATM. Click on show more here, and down the bottom here I've got links to all of the gear that I use. So you can see there, those are all Amazon links that I've gotten here. In other videos that I've got, I've got links to things that I bought from AliExpress, especially if I'm reviewing something, for example. So these lights here, this is the Wii-Light RB08P, and fantastic little light. It's full RGB, and it's got daylight and yellow light, white light in it as well, and also and a number of special effects, like police lights and that sort of thing, and a lightning generator and that sort of thing all built into it. Love those little lights. They got built-in lithium battery and stuff, and they're only about $40 odd or something. And when I do reviews on stuff like that, and I've bought them from AliExpress, then I'll put that onto AliExpress, and put the link to AliExpress in there for those as well, so that other people can find them. And those sorts of things, the Amazon and the AliExpress ones, they tend to be a sort of a 2 or 3 or 5 or 10% margin on them that you get back. So the affiliate referral rate changes depending on what the item is, but it's usually pretty good. And as I said, I'm making a couple of $100 a month off Amazon referral links, and I'm not a huge YouTuber at the moment. Imagine when I get to $100,000, I could be earning 100,000 subscribers, for example, but I won't be earning a full income off AdSense. But when you add on Amazon links and AliExpress referral stuff, and even with the TubeBuddy, so if you guys go along to TubeBuddy, for example, and you can put link to TubeBuddy with a referral link into your descriptions, and you can see here, I will just ramp back up to that again. In all of my videos, I'm putting a thing that says, are you bloody typical? I picked one video that I've done recently that for some reason doesn't seem to have that in there. One moment. That one there will. So I've gotten here a link to TubeBuddy / Tim Simpson, as you can see there. So that's that one there, which I will now copy and paste it into the live stream. So if there's anybody in here who for some insane reason doesn't have a TubeBuddy subscription at the moment, you can go there and get a TubeBuddy subscription at a great rate. Definitely do that. Yes, hit like and share in the streams, always. There's never any harm in doing that for people. Now the search, so there are heaps of these affiliate things you can do all around the place. But first of all, go on to Amazon, and if you do that, you can just go to Amazon.com, and when you are an affiliate, an associate, then you get this bar up here, and you can go and search for something like the YouTube formula. There's that book there, and if you want to put an affiliate link to that, you just click on text there, and it gives you a text link. And whenever somebody clicks on that, somebody clicks on your Amazon affiliate link, anything they buy in that same session, you get around about 5% margin on. There was one of my absolute favorites was somebody who went and clicked on a link to a book, and they bought the book, which was like a $10 book or a $15 book or something. But in the same session, they went and bought a tractor and some other farm equipment, and I made about $1,500 on that from a link to a $10 book. So Amazon affiliate stuff, definitely worth happening. That's a real edge case kind of thing. Yeah, it's great. They went and bought a John Deere big bloody tractor, which was some thousands of US dollars, and then they went and bought a couple of other things to go with it. That was one of my best Amazon days. That was definitely my best Amazon day. That was before I started YouTube. That was off a website link. So yeah, you can get into there just by, I think it's just Amazon.com, and I think you just go associates. I think I will find a link to that, the associates thing. There it is, affiliateprogram.amazon.com. I knew it was around there somewhere. There we go. I'll put that into the chat here as well. There you go. So if you click on that one, go to the affiliateprogram.amazon.com with a hyphen in there, and you can sign up in there to become an Amazon affiliate, and then you can start creating those links and putting them into your descriptions, and then go back and put them into your descriptions of your previous videos as well. Go find any item that you're talking about in a video, find an Amazon link to it, put it in the description. Even if they go look at it and don't buy it, but they get something else, you're in, and you get the money for it. No, because it's not paid content, Pam. Pam says if you put affiliate links in your descriptions, do you have to declare the video as having paid content? No. If I make a video that's about the YOLO box, and they've sent me this for free to do it on, then then this is something that I've been given. So I've been given something of value up front to promote. So it's a promotion. If I had gone and bought this, so here's my iPhone. I went and bought the iPhone myself, so I can put referrals to that and links to where go buy an iPhone, and I might make a little bit of money off that because it's a referral link. That's not a paid promotion, so that one you don't have to do. So it's really just sponsored material or paid, where they're actually giving you something, whether it's an item or cash or both. Then that's when you need to declare that. Okay, Simon, you should do classes next. Oh yeah, the Mark Rover one I'm keen on, but I haven't got time to. I really want to do that. Yeah, Mark Rober stuff. Yeah, the guy's just pulled out some piece of magic that works well. He's also tied in with a lot of other big YouTubers that are going, oh wow, look at this guy. You know, one thing you can do is actually go and find another big YouTuber and say, hey, look, I'll give you 10 grand if you talk about me a few times, because I tell you what, that there is a really good way of getting a shit ton of links. Hello. Here's my. Alright. Okay, I haven't put the channel link to Mars in here yet, and Mars really wants to come up and say hi to everybody. Okay. Now, is this because you want me to refer them to your channel and get them to subscribe? Yes. Okay. Now, there's something I've said in a few videos in the past, which is don't go and get people watching your videos who aren't your target audience. I've found an exception to that rule. If it's cat videos everybody is their target audience, because cats deserve to be worshipped by every person on the planet. So you can pimp out cat videos and get links to them from absolutely anyone you like, because everybody is their target audience. Mars the Cat is the name of the channel. I did find I did some search and found that there was no other channel called Mars the Cat, and then of course another one popped up straight away, which really annoyed me. But they haven't posted any videos for a couple of years, so tough shit. So, okay, here's the link to Mars's channel, which I'm going to put into the chat right now. And currently I've got 13 subs on that, so I expect to see a good 20 subs on that. I want to see if you guys, you can help me out here. See if you guys can go and share that channel out and the video. There's one video on there at the moment, and I'll do another one. I want to see if I can get that one video to 100 subscribers today. So anything that you guys can do to help pimp that out. Shane, for example, you got 3 other people in your house at least, so I expect another 3 subs from there, and it's a cat, so that should be easy. Thank you, Shane. Yeah, so anybody that can get their family members to go and subscribe. If you're talking to somebody you know, take their phone, subscribe to Mars the cat. Yeah, exactly. Cats don't count on having to be careful about who your target audience is, because everybody is their target audience. Cat videos, YouTube, no brainer, really. Rightio. So that we've talked about how to get money off YouTube, how to get money off merch, how to get money off affiliate links. What else was I going to do? Affiliate links. Cross sales. We did. There was one other, and I had this memorized, but I'm just going to go and look at my list. I made a list. It's over there. Oh, of course. We were just talking about it, and then it completely disappeared off the side of my brain. Brain deals. There's this funny thing happened to me about a month ago when I hit 5,000 subscribers. Actually, I was at 4,900 subs, interestingly enough. Basically, you hit 5,000 subscribers, and every week since then, I've had contact from another brand out of the blue, just completely nothing, saying, "Hey, can we send you this to make a video out of?" And I've just gone, "Damn!" I wasn't expecting it. I haven't solicited this at all, but and this isn't related to YouTube, so this isn't something that YouTube does. But there are brands out there who are looking for small but obviously growing YouTubers who, and here's the caveat, who have a focus on what they're doing, and their channel may have been random in the first 100 videos, but recent videos are definitely focused and they have a niche, and channels will brands will find you and say, "Hey, let's have a go with this guy and see how he works." And they're looking for people that are growing, where they can get videos onto a channel that's going to get bigger over time, and it's really good for them to get brand recognition. So even though your video is only going to get a couple of thousand views maybe in the short term, they'll flick something out to you to make a video on to see how well you can do. So it might be an item that has $1,000 retail value, but it only really costs them $5 to $5 or $10 to manufacture, for example. It's just another one on the production run. So it's good investment for them. It's good value for you because you're getting a cool new toy. And I do admit I do like shiny new toys with flashing lights. I will do all sorts of shit for those. And you can promote these things in your videos. You make a video for them. If they like it, then they'll help you. They'll promote it. Now, there's a couple of things that happen here with brand deals. So this is really early on, and don't expect any cash out of them when you're at the 5,000 sub level. This happened when I hit 5,000 subs, and suddenly I hit radar. So obviously these companies are searching for channels that are sort of hit 5k subs. They have a certain number of views per week. They have certain keywords and certain numbers of videos and this sort of thing. This is what they're looking for. They're looking for, in my case, they'll be looking for filmmakers and creators who review tech gear and camera gear and stuff that's related to the industry that they're in, and make a certain number of videos a week and have a decent audience size. And the two cool things about that is, first of all, you get shiny new gear. The second cool thing is that they take your videos and they're going to promote those videos and help you grow your channel. And they're promoting your videos out to people who have the same interests as you. Nice shiny things with flashing lights, in my case. So this is a win-win. They're getting higher brand recognition. They want your video out there more, so they're going to promote their video through their channel, your video through their channels, as well as you promoting their product through your videos. And as you can see, this sort of collaborative thing is going to come up with some really good results for everybody. So this is the great thing about brand deals when you're small. Later on, you can start talking to brands about, okay, I've got 10,000 subs now. I've got 4 times the number of people watching my videos every day. I'm growing at twice the speed I was then. I'm going to have 100,000 subs in 6 months. And when I've got that 100,000 subs, my new viewers are going to come back and watch some of my previous videos, including these things, which is going to give you more value. And then you can start talking about better gear, more brand deals, and things being sent to you. Look at Casey Neistat's mail time. That was insane. The stuff that he got in there was just mind-boggling. And I'd love it was he was starting to find it a bit oppressive and had no idea where he was going to put or store or keep any of the stuff that people were sending him, which I find absolutely amazing. I'd love to have that kind of problem, and hopefully one day I will. But all these things turn up, and you can get some great. You can give people value. This is another way that as a creator you can provide value to somebody. So you're not just providing value to your audience, you're also providing value to other people who want to share something with your audience. And you can give them value as well as giving your audience value. This is great. This is a two-way street, and three-way street, I guess. A really, really congested intersection. And this is... I need more tea out of my Tupperware cup. And then later on you can start sort of saying, well, look, there's more value I'm providing to everybody else, and start getting better gear and a bit of cash coming into it as well. And I start hearing about YouTubers who are at that 500,000 to 1 million mark saying... look, it gets to the point where we're getting so many of these things approaching us, you have to start picking ones that are actually relevant to you. So if you're running a channel that talks about cameras and lenses, and somebody says, hey, can you do a brand deal for my car? You might go, okay, car, maybe you do that or something like that. That does happen, by the way. Somebody might come along and they want to do a brand deal for a donut, and you're a camera channel. Maybe you don't want to do that one. They might say we'll give you a lifetime supply of donuts for it. It's not something you need, and it's something you can get otherwise. But you don't want to do something that's going to make your audience go, "Oh, he's just fucking selling out now for the advertising money." Take deals that are relevant to your audience, and it might feel like you're giving up an opportunity to get a bit of cash up front or something, but if you start doing the wrong ones, it will kill the audience. So long term with the merch game, make sure that you're with the long term with the brand deals, make sure you're doing brand deals that work for your audience, that are relevant to your audience. Don't forget all about those people. They continue to be important and become even more and more important over time. If you start doing the wrong sort of brand deals, then your audience are going to be put off and not come back anymore, and they can be very fickle and can go away to somebody that's going to offer them better value straight away. Don't start throwing out brand deals that aren't of value to your audience. Okay. Cats do count. They count for everybody. Okay, so anyway, I've done a couple of hours today already, I think. What are we? 1 minute and 1 hour 45 minutes. Okay. So that's brand deals. The other, so yeah, once you hit that 5,000 and your channel's relevant to them, you'll find that brands do start coming to you. The other way of doing that is to go out and solicit brands as well. Now, this is a little bit trickier, and some people have been able to get away with doing this. Been really bold and gone out to brands and said, "Hey, look, I'm doing this. I'd love to review some of your products. I'd love to demo some of these things that are actually things I use and are useful to me. How about you front me some stuff and I'll make some videos about it. You get videos, I get a break on the gear, or that sort of thing." You need to be a little bit careful about doing that, because brands typically like to be in control of who it is that they're interfacing with. And if somebody's going along being a bit too pushy, it's just human nature that they go, yeah, just hold back and we'll come to you if we find you relevant. A better way to do that is to get involved with brands' communities. Now, brands have Facebook pages and Instagram pages and groups and support groups and things like that. They run competitions, and what you want to do is get involved in those things and get yourself noticed by adding real value. So go onto the forums and answer questions, but do it politely and constructively. That's so important. They don't want people who are pushy and argumentative. They if you go onto a website, so there's one company in particular that I'm targeting at the moment. I would love to be doing work with them, and I'm going onto their support pages and onto their product forums and Facebook pages and stuff like that, and I'm jumping in and I'm helping answer questions. Sometimes that means I have to go do a few minutes research to answer a question, but I make sure I do. And sometimes you can get away with, you can't always do this, you need to really pick it, but sometimes you can go, hey look, there's somebody's asking a question about this product and I might have it on the shelf, or I might be able to get my hands on one fairly easily. So I'll find this product and I'll go and find out the answer and I'll make a video about it, and then I'll say, hey look, I made a video about that recently, boom boom boom, and post the link to the video. You can get away with that on, say, Facebook pages and things like that. Don't do that on Reddit groups, because they'll just ban you. Reddit groups are poisonous communities that are real in crowds, and they don't like, they're so anti-self-promotion that they will just destroy anything that's a link to a YouTube thing, even if it provides value to them. A bit of a weird. A lot of people, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people on Reddit are sort of the very, very niche, cliquey groups that don't like any outsiders coming in and offering anything of value. But there are much better places you can go to. So Facebook groups, for example, you can say to a moderator, hey moderator, is it okay if I post this YouTube link, which is a video I made that answers this question? And they'll go, yeah, sure. It's a simple matter of asking first, quite often. But yeah, so that's the sort of thing you can do. If you can answer that sort of answer questions like that quite easily, then or you might just be able to say, hey look, I can't post the link, but if you search for this on my YouTube channel, which is called this, then there's something there. So it's not really self-promotion link, it's just giving somebody instructions. You're not suckering somebody into going and looking at content they didn't want. You're not engaging in any false traffic or anything like that. Anyway, that's probably enough for the day. Don't forget to go and subscribe to Mars the Cat. Yes, I'm telling them again. That's right. See, if you go and subscribe, then I don't get clawed, and we'll make another video, won't we? There's the camera there. And talk to them, and we will see you next weekend. We'll come back and do this again. I got bitten. See, if you don't subscribe, he's going to bite me. He just did that because nobody subscribed. Quickly, go subscribe so he stops biting me. Yep. Jeff, great to hear that. You are learning heaps. Awesome. Is there anything anybody would like to cover in the next stream next weekend? I've been thinking about, because something I've had a few questions about over the last week is how to set up a professional looking YouTube space in a small area. So if you've only got a small corner of a room or an apartment or something to set up in, how can you do that without spending a ton of money? You're going to be spending some money, I'll warn you up front, without spending a ton of money, but to have a YouTube space that looks really pro. Would anybody be keen on a video like that for next chat about that for next weekend? I was thinking I might go and do that. It sounds like a good kind of stream to have and answer questions, and we can have a look at some people's spaces perhaps over the week, and see what we can build out of that. Because just there are some really simple, basic background lighting and camera techniques that we can show people. That are just a small amount of work that can do some fantastic stuff. Okay, I will do that, and we'll aim for that one. Now I want to. There's this book that I had up here before. This one here. This book. Now I'll just go to the actual website, which is ytformula.com. This book is fantastic. I'm waiting for a copy for myself that there. So that's Daryl. Ow, ow, ow. See what happens when you guys don't subscribe to the cat channel? Go do that now. Go subscribe to the cat channel. You've been a little brat. Somebody wants attention and probably dinner as well. Okay. Okay, so here's the YouTube Formula channel. If you want to come here, it's just ytformula.com. Now, I'm going to pick somebody to give a copy of that to right now. Off the stream. Jax, yeah. Jazz Car? Yes, NDI 5 is going to be fantastic. A side note on that one. These guys here, I've been trying to convince them to come up with an NDI version of it. So instead of having the HDMI and other inputs and stuff into there, have a kit which is the software that they've got in there, but set up to receive, say, half a dozen NDI signals over Wi-Fi or over Ethernet, and then ow, you go subscribe to the cat channel before I die. I think that's it there. An NDI one, and then some smaller monitors that can go on cameras that are NDI senders that convert HDMI to NDI, and then send that through to a version of this, which is a multi-source NDI receiver, and then do the mix and stream from that, because I think that would be a fucking fantastic device. I'd get one. But yeah, and NDI 5 is going to be fantastic for doing that. Right, so now let me have a look in here, and I am just getting a randomizer thingy me jig going, and I'm going to be sending a copy of this book to Jeff Slavin. Jeff, there's a book coming to you, brother. It's all about YouTube, and so Daryl is kind of the the guy in strategy that helps out big YouTubers like Mr. Beast, etc., and all of the things that he's learnt and stuff have gone into this book and a whole pile of other things. So I'm really hanging out for my copy to arrive, which I ordered as a preview one ages ago, but they've had some shipping problems. But I'm going to send you one off Amazon, which shouldn't take too long to get to. I'm probably going to buy myself another copy off Amazon at the same time, but I'll get that out to you, Jeff. Congrats, brother. It will help you get a long way. And so next week we will look at how to turn a small space. I'm actually going to pick a space in here and do it. So I'm going to pick a space and we're going to set it up as a YouTube studio space for another channel of some sort. I actually need somewhere to do for my gaming, so I might set that up. We'll set up a gaming channel space and show how you can do some different lighting and things like that really easily. And we'll get all of that working next Sunday afternoon, same time, same bat channel, and all that sort of thing. So thanks for sticking around, everybody. I really appreciate it. I hope it's been useful to everybody, and I'll do another giveaway of some sort next week as well. Yeah, there you go. Have a great time. Go create something awesome, as Roberto Blake would say. And go set up some affiliate links, set up yourself a merch store. Go do all of these things that we've been talking about, because you can. Just because you might not be able to get AdSense yet doesn't mean you can't do all these other things and start earning some money off the outside of YouTube. In fact, if you're getting these other things going, it might even feed back into your YouTube and help sort of create these other bits and pieces going. Okay, I'll catch you guys later, and go make some dinner and think about how I can record that for my Tim in the Kitchen channel. See you later.